welcome back to another penny stock video, and today we're looking at YCRM, Yangling's Ice Cream Corporation. Psych, it is not an ice cream company. Let's make that clear right off the bat. They're actually going through a name change right now, so that'll change soon. But let's talk about what YCRM is today and why it's actually pretty darn exciting. So, quick backstory. This merger into YCRM with Reach Out happened a little over a year ago, I believe now. They had a couple difficulties with their old auditor, which they inherited, or old accountant, I should say, which they inherited. And essentially they had to go expert market for a while they sorted out their filings. And now they are back to being fully tradable, which is great news. And, you know, they have a new account and everything now, so there will be no more of those issues in the future, which is fantastic. And now they can really focus on growing shareholder value for this company that they've brought into the ticker, which is Reach Out. Okay, so we are going to go over what this is, what the recent news is, why this is exciting, etc. Let's first start with the share structure, as we always do. The first thing you'll note is there is a microscopic market cap here of just $400,000. $400,000 market cap. You got to keep that in mind because you're going to be blown away by some of the financials that I show you that certainly support a much larger market cap than this. Okay, and then I held at DTC, which is our float, right, of $578 million. That's a great share structure. I mean, there's no restricted, right? So you don't have to worry about unlocks. It's very, very clean share structure. Nothing crazy in the authorized shares. And, you know, anything under $1 billion in trips, we've talked about this before, that's gold, baby. That is gold. That is what you want out of a trip share structure like this. So very, very nice to see there. And again, microscopic market cap. You have to keep that in mind for what I'm about to show you because it's kind of ridiculous. So what does this company do? Well, their name is Reach Out. It's cybersecurity and IT services, so MSP kind of stuff. And they have the right leader for that, Rick Jordan, who has a lot of experience in that sector, and I'll show you about him in just a moment. But let's take a look at some of their recent press releases because there's some really important things to highlight here. So this is their press release from April 16th. And you can see YCRM, doing business as Reach Out, files 2024 10K with profitability, growth, and corporate transformation in focus. Net income swings positive to $4.4 million as YCRM undergoes name change and platform transformation. Okay, so what did we just talk about with the market cap? $400,000 market cap, right? It's actually hilarious how crazy undervalued this is. Because you can see right here they have a positive net income of $4.4 million. Okay, revenue increased 27.4% to $4.18 million, up from $3.78 million in 2023, with a net income of $4.4 million. Those are fantastic numbers. Gross profit surged 145.7% to almost $3 million, up from $1.2 million in 2023. All right, there's been an almost 30% decrease in cost of goods sold, as well as $2.4 million in debt canceled. So, financially speaking, these guys are kicking ass, and there is zero reason for this to be at a $400,000 market cap. I mean, that is just crazy, and I couldn't imagine, you know, a better buy in trips here based on the current market. Like, what has the value this does right at this market cap? So, and, you know, it's important to compare to other trip stocks because we're always fighting over which one has the hype and which one has the liquidity, right? It's always a struggle with that. So you want to have the mind share and you want to have the market's attention. And, you know, these guys probably do deserve it with that market cap and those financials. And then we want to cover as well, right? YCRM files name change to Frequency Holdings, Inc. to reflect strategic evolution into multi-brand tech holding company. So they're going through a Berkshire Hathaway or Alphabet model, as they talk about here, which is where this is going to function as a holding company for all kinds of different subsidiaries, not just Reach Out. So Frequency Holdings is going to be kind of the umbrella that encompasses all of the different subsidiaries that they roll into this business. Okay, so they have the name change coming, which will be great because obviously some people might look at this now and say, well, this is an ice cream company. It's not an ice cream company. It's IT and cybersecurity and some blockchain, which we'll get into in a moment. as well. So you can see they talk about some different things like Reach Out Company's flagship operating subsidiary will continue executing high-velocity acquisition strategy across the U.S., targeting IT and cybersecurity firms with $500,000 to $2 million in top-line revenue. These acquisitions are strategically chosen for underserved regional markets and integrated using Reach Out's AI-driven support model, operational playbooks, and scalable service stack. Okay, Reach Out isn't slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating. Rick Jordan, their CEO, added, but frequency opens the door to more. We're not just scaling one brand, we're building a platform that allows us to incubate or acquire other companies in digital identity, AI automation, and beyond. Trustless is just the beginning. So what is Trustless? So Trustless is another big thing that they're focused on alongside Reach Out. And Trustless, it says here, Frequency's early stage digital identity and data verification venture designed to operate independently with its own leadership and capitalization path. Other synergistic ventures are under consideration for acquisition or launch within the Frequency ecosystem. Okay, so Trustless is actually an ID verification system built on the blockchain, and it's pretty revolutionary in terms of what it does. It can really replace a lot of things. And if you go take a look here at, let me just bring it up for you. Okay, we go to Buffalo Fireside here on Twitter, at Buffalo Fireside. If you go watch here, let me scroll down, there's the Tad right here. All right, he did an absolutely fantastic interview with Rick Jordan from Reach Out where he explains Trustless really well and what it's actually going to do and the industries it can break through. So go watch this. Highly recommend. I will link this in the description of the video as well, so you can get quick access to it. But you definitely want to listen to the interview. It's fantastic. He was on for about 45 minutes and really covered a lot. So if you want to learn more about their Trustless business, go watch this interview for sure. Again, we'll link it in the description of the video. And you can follow them as well at Reach Out IT here on Twitter as well. So go give them a follow. They're always giving out updates. Okay. What is next here? Future growth strategy. This is the one more thing I wanted to highlight from the press releases. So future growth strategy for the company, capital efficient structure, right? We talked about this where they're going to be doing acquisitions in terms of like an alphabet style model. Target acquisitions focused on the $500,000 to $2 million firms that can be rapidly integrated and scaled 2 to 5x within 24 months. And here's what I really want to highlight. With 4 to 8 acquisitions planned annually. So if you're looking for catalysts and you're looking for fast growth, YCRM certainly has that. They have 4 to 8 acquisitions planned every year. So obviously there's going to be a constant flow of news and there's going to be a constant increase, I would assume, of revenues if they're good acquisitions, right? So that's something to big time look forward to there. And then technology ventures, developing independent ventures like Trustless, a decentralized identity platform, creating asymmetric upside beyond traditional service multiples. AI-powered operations. Who doesn't love AI these days, right? It's all about AI. And media-driven growth, leveraging Rick Jordan's personal brand and globally ranked podcast, which has 1.6 million followers across 70 countries. So Rick Jordan's kind of a big deal, right? Great to have him on board. And Kevin Harrington's amplified reach to drive organic demand along with media-focused PR and IR. So, who is Kevin Harrington? You may have heard of him before. Let's bring him up, because Kevin Harrington is actually very much involved here. And for those that don't know, boom, Kevin Harrington is an American businessman who's best known for his appearances on the television series Shark Tank. So they actually have a Shark Tank guy on board for YCRM and Reach Out and Trustless, right? So that is huge, huge, huge. What's this guy's net worth? I bet you it's a lot. I bet you it's a ton. $400 million. Okay? So if he likes YCRM, he probably knows more of what a good stock pick is or a good business is than I do, because he's worth $400 million and I'm not. So typically I tend to say if this guy is worth $400 million and he's involved with an OTC company, he probably knows that they have a good trajectory of growth, right? So that's a huge statement of confidence having this guy on board. Always fantastic to see a huge name like that involved with a penny stock company, as it implies, you know, this could be something that turns into a serious business and serious stock, right? So that covers most of the stuff I wanted to highlight from these past 2 recent press releases. Let's take a look at LinkedIn here. This is Rick Jordan's LinkedIn, and he made a great, He made a great post here on Trustless and what it is. So I'll just read it off to you. The cybersecurity industry is a dirty secret. Everything we've built is based on a flawed foundation, passwords, secret questions, even most MFA. It's all vulnerable because it relies on centralized systems that can be compromised by a single point of failure. Don't believe me? Look around. Major institutions are falling daily. Enterprise systems breached through stolen credentials, API keys compromised, even government agencies with billion-dollar security budgets getting owned. This is why we've created Trustless. Okay, a blockchain security platform that fundamentally changes how digital identity works. No central database to hack, no passwords to steal, no secrets to compromise, just mathematical certainty. At Reach Out, we're bringing the same approach to our services, combining AI-powered service delivery with blockchain security architecture. Here's what most security experts won't tell you. The future isn't about building higher walls. It's about eliminating the need for walls entirely. Blockchain creates truly trustless systems. Your identity verification doesn't depend on hoping some database stays secure. It's verified through cryptographic proof that can't be faked or stolen. This changes everything about enterprise security, which is why we're all in on this approach. Interested in being a part of this cybersecurity revolution? DM me to learn about investment opportunities in this space. I'm happy to share how we are going to disrupt the $1.4 trillion enterprise security market. So I think he does a great job of explaining what Reach Out and Trustless are trying to accomplish in this post. And again, you can go follow him on LinkedIn as well at Rick Jordan. He's very active on there, always posting updates as well. So if we take a look at Rick Jordan's experience, a couple things I wanted to highlight. He's been with Reach Out since 2010, so they've been working on this a long time. And you can see they are already one of the best cybersecurity and IT management firms in the country. They've been featured at NASDAQ, Harvard, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. So they have been featured in a lot of different platforms, a lot of different channels already, so they're pretty well known. You can see he was a managing director for Intelligence and Security Agency from March 2017 to 2020, so he has a great background in intelligence and cybersecurity. He's also a media personality, podcast host, public speaker. He has a very successful podcast now in 28 countries, talks about cybersecurity, entrepreneurship, etc. Okay, and special projects. This is something really cool that he worked on as well from 2003 to 2007. He was a big part of growing Geek Squad and bringing it to Canada. And obviously at this time, Geek Squad was something that was becoming very big. So it's cool to see that he was involved in that as well. So this guy has great experience. And again, you can go find him on LinkedIn. His name is Rick Jordan, and you can go follow all of his updates there. Okay, but just to summarize, right? YCRM, $4.4 million net income at a $400,000 market cap. Really great CEO. He's very well spoken. He has a lot of experience. You have Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank involved here. He has a net worth of $400 million. All right. And they have the name change coming next, right, to Frequency Holdings. And then you can expect, again, I want to highlight this, 4 to 8 acquisitions planned annually. So with everything YCRM has going on here, guys, I think it really looks fantastic. I'm really excited about it. Go, again, follow at ReachOutIT on Twitter and go watch their interview with Rick Jordan from Buffalo Fireside from last week. I will link that in the video description. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.